Hi guys, I'm Agarwal. You are watching my channel 52 Pixels. Let's get started. Hi guys, in this tutorial we are going to see how to import images as layers in Photoshop. As we have already seen, for creating collage or maybe some combining of two images, what we have to do is go to open and then select all those images that we want to work with, and then they are going to get opened into all those different tabs. So I'll just show you if you're not able to vibe with me properly. So maybe I'll just show you all these 6 images. So as you can see, after going to the traditional route of opening the image, all of these 6 images are going to open in all these different tabs one by one. And what is going to happen is if you want to combine some image, so suppose I want to get this, I want to combine all these 6 images and make a kind of a photo cluster or a collage. So for that I'll have to go to this image, then drag it, then go to some other image, paste it over here, then resize it, then again go to that image, delete it from here, then delete, okay, yeah, then take this image, put it over here, again resize it, and it's just a lot of hard work. You don't get to do the things that you want to do like in your way. It's just a lot of time consuming, and it's basically confusing also because you know you have so many images to look after, and all these tabs make it even more messier, and sometimes it's just too hard to get things done, specifically if you have all these images like 6 image, 10 image, or 20 images maybe. So if you have all these images, it's just hard to work around those images. So there's a cool little trick. So instead of dragging one image and pasting it into another image, what we can do is combine all these images and already put it inside one image as layers. So for that, what we can do is just go to file. Here we have option as script. Go to script and select the option as load files into stack. So what will happen is all those files that we select would get loaded as layers into one single image. I'll show you how that happens. So you have option of either selecting the images from the complete folder, or you have an option of selecting the files from the folder. So it's totally up to you. I'll select all the 6 files. I'll go to browse and I'll select all these 6 images, click on OK. So as you can see, the names of all these 6 selected files are loaded over here in this column, and here I have two different options while exporting or while importing the image, sorry. So I have two options. One option is attempt to automatically align source images. So after clicking on this, what will happen is all the 6 images will get aligned automatically depending upon the size, or maybe the ratio, the pixel and like width and height combination. So totally that will get calculated, and all of these images will get aligned in some square or maybe in a line. I don't want that. And this one is create smart object after loading layers. So in this one, what will happen is all these 6 images will get loaded into one image, and then all these images, all the layers are going to get combined, and then a smart object will be created. So I don't want that. I want all these images to be separate so that I can create a photo cluster or a collage. So I won't check any of these, and I can just click on OK. It will take some time. So as you can see, all the 6 images are loaded inside this one image called as untitled one, and all these 6 images are over here as layers, as different layers. So I can select any of the image and then drag it out, maybe resize it, everything, and they are all pasted on this transparent background. I can just increase the transparent background by going to the crop tool. So this is the crop tool. I can just drag it nice and big, somewhat like this. And as you can see, I've got a lot of background to work with the images now. So I can just start by dragging all these images apart so that I can see the different images and then decide on what to work with and how to work with that image. So all of these images are going to create a photo collage or a cluster for me. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'll just put this little guy over here in the center, just like this, and maybe work with these two images in the bottom. So it would be somewhat like this, and this one would go over here. Then I have this image, maybe that would be on the top. This image would go over here. This image would be over here, and this image could be over here. So as you can see, all of these images are like loaded properly, and I didn't have to do a lot of effort of dragging and dropping every image and then maybe working around with the transformation. I can just put all these images the way I want and then maybe just transform according to my needs and see what works the best for my image. So as you can see, these are the images and it's already looking so good. I can just transform this one a little bit, somewhat like this, and press enter. So as you can see, the photo collage is created. The only thing that is remaining is adding the background. So for adding the background, I can just add a new layer and then take it to the bottom. So I've taken the layer to the bottom. With that layer selected, I can just go to edit. I have the option as fill. I would choose a custom color. It would be this color maybe, and I could click on OK. And as you can see, the background has been added as well. So the only thing that is remaining is maybe adding the shadows. So for adding drop shadows, as we all know, we have one option which is going to drop shadows. So instead of working with this image, you might think that I'll select all of these images at once, somewhat like this, and then go to FX and work with the image and adding the shadow. But as you can see, FX is not open for all these images, so I'll have to do it one by one. But why to do it one by one again? We can just work with one image. So suppose this image, I can go to FX, go to drop shadow, and so this is my shadow. The angle is going to be this 125 degrees. Distance, spread, size is always good. Opacity, I'll put it to 100 and I'll click on OK. So you might not be able to see the shadow of this one because this is the image that is it's like at the bottom, so you won't be able to see much of the shadow. But now you can just right click on it and say copy layer style. Now you can select all these images and just right click on any one of the image and paste layer style. So as you can see, drop shadow for every image has been added over here and it looks good. It looks kind of 3D. It looks attractive that one image is stuck on the top of another image. It just looks awesome, and you can always work around with the placement of the image. So I want this little guy to be at the top. So now as you can see, this image is at the top and the shadow is on all the layers. So I can just zoom in and show you. So this is how it looks, and I feel that it looks completely good. It's totally up to you if you want to add more images or maybe crop this part, like it's totally up to you what you want to do it. But this is a cool little trick that you could do while making collages, so it doesn't become a headache for you to drag and drop all those images and then transform, convert to smart object and do all of that stuff with the image. So it's a short trick and hope you guys liked it. So well, that's it for today guys. Hope you liked the video. Make sure you subscribe to 52 pixels and tap on the bell icon to get notified. Thank you.